Good evening, good evening, good evening. I told you I was going to take you and show you something very special. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. This is a historically black college and university, HBCU. Take a look at it. It's called Lincoln University, and it's amazing. This is an institution they don't want you to know about, or you should know about. Like, there's no excuses for anyone not knowing about anything, because today knowledge is accessible on so many levels. So I'm going to show you something quickly, and then I'm going to move out the way, because this is going to blow your mind. If you have been attending Professor Brother Jeff's Juneteenth, emancipation, and freedom classes, I'm going to show you something that's going to prove to you everything that we have been sharing. And this university right here, I'm going to show you who established it. And the sign out front says established in 1866, which is a very significant year for our studies. Kung Foray, we're going to break down some history, because there are too many people running around saying that Abraham Lincoln freed some slaves, and they don't even say free, they say emancipated. Now, let me just show you. The next time someone tells you that Juneteenth is about black people being enslaved and not knowing they were free, here's what I need you to tell them. Juneteenth is about black people who fought for their freedom and won. And because they fought on the side of the Union, they, meaning black folks, are the reason you have a United States of America. The Civil War would not have been victorious for the Union without This is why you have a United States of America. They will never tell you that black people are the reason the Union won the war. And no one can ever free you. You must free yourself. And this is how they did it. It wasn't a dream. It wasn't a wish. It wasn't a signing of a proclamation. Our freedom is drenched in our blood and our thirst for liberation. But they don't want you to know that. I'm going to show you some more. They don't want you to know this history. Whenever you say someone else freed you, particularly Abraham Lincoln or anyone else, it's disrespectful to your ancestors, who not only freed themselves, but freed Abraham Lincoln, freed this country. But let's continue. Does this look familiar to you? And it should, because I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your mind in just a second. Remember they talk about General Gordon Granger going into Galveston, Texas? Look at this. This is who went into Galveston, Texas. This is who went into Galveston, Texas. They fought in Texas. General Gordon Granger did not fight in the Civil War in Galveston, Texas. He came in, he was there for a month and was an administrator. Yes, he was a soldier of valor, courage, and etc. But here's what's going to blow you away. That white guy right there in the middle, that is not General Gordon Granger. But you'll have to come to the class to learn who that is. And that is not Abraham Lincoln. And these individuals have books in their hand. Look at the books. What most folks won't tell you is, following the Civil War, which was not very civil, by the way, these individuals established this university. We're in Lincoln, Missouri. Well, Lincoln University in Jefferson City, Missouri, to be specific. Black men established this institution of learning, and you can see in their hand that learning was fundamental. Education is everything, but this is what's going to blow you away if you are from Colorado. The reason this plaza has a familiar feel to it, let me show you something. Let me show you something. The reason this has a familiar feel to it, see, look who helped you. Look at this story. Look at this story of freedom. Look at this story of solidarity. Oh, it's a lot different than what you've been told. But let me show you this. Research department. Let me show you something why this looks familiar. Look. If you don't see it, look. If you haven't caught on to it yet, look. I'll just let that sit for a moment. All right. We made it all the way to Jefferson County, Missouri. Took a Hodge here to show you and to touch and to let you feel your story. This is the history they don't want you to know. They want you to have a dependent story. They don't want you to have an independent story. They want you to be dependent always. So from now on, if anybody ever says that your ancestors did not know that they were free and did not know for 2.5 years, you tell them to stop disrespecting your ancestors. This is the story of Juneteenth. This is the sculptor, which tells you everything I'm showing you was built in Colorado. We know the quarry. We know the sculptor, and we know the history. That's who came into Galveston, Texas. And that's who stayed in Galveston, Texas for another 2 years. General Gordon Granger was offering a general order and several. The next day he went to Houston, but these black troops stayed in Texas. These are heroes. And if you don't believe it, they established a university. Look it up, Lincoln University, and see when it was established. And it'll be 1866. In 1865 is when they were fighting in Texas. And that's why we came all the way to Jefferson City, Missouri, to show you exactly why you have a United States of America and who was responsible. Do you think people would look differently if they knew that it was because of you that they celebrate a United States? I don't know. You've done so much and you still are looked at a certain way. But what I will say is, we got each other, and we've always had each other, and because of us, you have what you have right now. Greetings from Lincoln University, established by the 62nd and the 65th United States Colored Troops. And I wonder why so many people don't know about this. There's no reason today for anyone to be misinformed or underinformed or ill-informed, because your cell phone has more information in it than previous generations, previous civilizations ever had access to. And you have it all. That being said, no more excuses. Education is everything, and ignorance is not bliss. If they could do this in 1865, imagine what we can do in 2025. Yes, that's books in their hands. That's books in their hands. You see it? Education is everything. Just showing you the university. Chap Rap, I will do that. I'll send you some photos. I'll bring it right back to the city and across the bridge into West Africa. See, we do the same thing in Senegal at the Sheikh Anta Diop University and all the other universities. And we're going to bring all those students and show them a university established by black people here in the United States of America. Beautiful campus, friendly, an HBCU, Lincoln University. This is as fine as it gets. The takeaway again, never let anyone tell you that Juneteenth is about black folks not knowing, especially for 2.5 years. Black folks know everything about these United States of America. And run and tell that. Had black folks not participated in that uncivil war, this country would be divided with the United States and the Confederate States, or the Union and the Confederates. 200,000 black men and women fought in the Civil War. And by the time you got to Texas in 1865, not counting any of the soldiers, there were 200,000 black people right there in Texas. So it's impossible for anybody to not know anything. And you're participating in a racist story. What you're saying is black people didn't know and all the white people knew. That's impossible. And it just rolls off your tongue like an absolute truth. And again, that is not General Gordon Granger with these 62nd and 65th United States colored troops. Come to the class, we'll give you more information. But with that being said, if you're ever in the area, stop by and see it for yourself. And when you're in the community and you see our good friend, brother, and elder, Ed Dwight. Yes, the same Ed Dwight that did the Martin Luther King Plaza in City Park and so many other of these monuments. This was done in our city. We know the sculptor, and we know his attention to detail, and there's not a finer tribute in the country or the world dedicated to United States colored troops than this right here. Juneteenth is about black soldiers who fought for their freedom and won, and because they fought, you have a United States of America. They won't tell you that, but they will tell you that someone emancipated them, which is not true. No one can emancipate you into freedom, and if they could give it to you, they'll take it right back. Black folks, this is how you got free. That's how you got free. There is nothing more terrifying in these United States of America than a black man or woman with one of those. That's how you got free. If you go down swinging, you just might score a knockout. Rumble, young man, woman, and community. Rumble.